Yo, peeps, what is good? It is episode 122 of the Streamer's Paradise podcast. I am Hazy. We got Clutch and Bo. I'm a little out of whack here, but we in here.
It's all good. This is never perfect.
Yo, Cheese on a 50-month streak.
That's crazy.
50 months. Yanni's on a 44-month. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys with the resubs.
44-month streak?
No, not a streak.
Oh,
But
okay.
44 months.
I was gonna say, sheesh, cheese.
Cheese on a 49-month streak.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Clutch is
expect,
44 months. Jeez Louise.
I got 44 as well. That's why I was just asking.
You felt like you were falling into the abyss for a moment. Yo, Herms, thank you so much for the server subscription. I really appreciate you. I'm absolutely getting sick, and I hope it's not anything serious. Guys, this is the Streamer's Paradise
Weren't you just sick like fucking a week ago? Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus,
I was.
dude.
Now I got a kid in daycare, and I go to this trampoline park every single weekend now, and because it's literally $14. It costs us $14 to bring Gianna
it's
there.
amazing, dude.
It's amazing. So we bring her there, and there's like a ball pit with all these snot-nosed kids in it. And like, obviously, I got to get in there and play with my daughter a little bit, or get her out of there, right? So, go City.
Now let's go, Jets!
Yo, thank you so much. Your friend's dad, thank you for the follow. 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Yo, so real quick, this is how I wanted to lead off today. First of all, let's just say congratulations to our new mods. That is not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to get promoted to mod. So congratulations.
Which is crazy for a place who needs mods, but still.
Yeah, congrats to fucking both. I and Nova.
We need a lot more than what we have, but it's not something we can just give away. You know?
No, I know. That's what's funny about it. It's like we need mods, but good ones, and there is a rigorous process to this.
It's gonna take about a year. It's gonna take you about a year to get to mod. On a good run. But yeah. So congratulations, guys. I really appreciate all the hard work. It doesn't stop here. It actually just gets started. Now welcome to the show.
I was gonna say, because if I wasn't designated into this FBI role,
you'd have quit a long time ago.
I wouldn't even make it to a fucking. I can't even be a senior member.
So
I didn't have this super secret.
Okay. First topic. We have spoke about JFK on this podcast multiple times. Okay? It seems as if President Trump is going to declassify all that information. So
supposedly he has already signed the executive order, but this is the thing. I don't know what, like, not to sidebar too far, but with where AI is at this point in time, I don't trust anything I fucking see anywhere anymore.
What is AI going to do?
Bro, I've seen so many, like,
but
just
what is it going to do that you
stupid.
think, like, that went into your
Well,
head?
so I've seen a bunch of just stupid, like, meme videos, right? Looks like Trump is singing songs, or, you know, like, they have those,
But it's you can, at this moment in time, you can tell that it's not real. It's not so.
Well,
it's not.
You
so
can tell
good.
that it's not real on the ones that are obvious to see that aren't real. But
which ones are not obvious?
how do I know it?
Like
the
Mark
ones that are not obvious,
Zuckerberg and that chick that took off her shirt next to him. Like that was an AI one that
I
went
didn't
viral.
even see that one. But like I said, I just don't know what's what anymore. I just don't know what to trust until.
But hear me out. They're gonna do JFK, RFK, and MLK. So. And is it more than that? I think, I don't know, but yeah. So
from what I've seen, it was just those three. And after he signed it, he actually told whoever he gave, like whoever took the file, he gave the pen. Just said, "Give this to
Robert."
Junior. Yeah.
Whoever
is Robert, right? That's in there, little Robert.
Bobby.
Yeah. So they said give him the pen.
Yeah, because that's
which I was like, that's
symbolic.
like a justice to his. Like, yeah, for his family. That's crazy.
I'm absolutely interested to see if we right, because remember how we talked about the whole thing about the guy who said he was
trajectory, all these things.
Right, he said he was the shooter on the grassy knoll. He was the second shooter. Now, if that comes out to be true, dude, I mean, I don't know if I'll feel any type of like crazy. I don't know what I'll feel, if anything. But what does that mean for our country? You know what I mean? What does that mean?
Well, the other thing is too is like, what do we know? Like, I wonder what the file actually looks like. Is it all just been redacted, so we're not going to see much of anything other than or, but, and the?
No, it's not. It's right now we have access to it, but it's redacted.
That's what I'm saying.
Heavily.
Oh, okay. So this is lifting all the redactions.
Right. He's going to declassify everything. So
okay, that's
right now. It's what you're talking about. How every other word is fucking blanked out.
But yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know what it means because it depends on what it says. Like, if it comes out that the government had this, this was a conspiracy, like if confirms that the government is behind it, I don't know what happens. Because how do you then trust your government for lying to you for so many years, straight to your face?
It would be a branch of the government, though, right? And not everybody knew. I think that
it wouldn't be the whole government, right? Because there are only certain people who knew, but.
I mean, they say it was the CIA, right?
But the president, every president has access to this file, right? Like, so every president essentially can find out what happened, and it continues this lie that's written in history books.
Well, the thing is, did you see the interview with Joe Rogan and Trump when he was saying, like,
we watched part of it because he said he's going to sign it as soon as he gets in. He said he was going to.
Right, I forgot we watched it on the podcast.
Yeah,
he said he was going to do it.
A small snippet of it.
He signed it, right? But Joe was pressing him like, well, why can't you do it? Like, what are the implications, right? And he's like, well, some people are still alive, right? He says that, like, some people are genuinely alive that were involved in it. So, like, what does that mean for those people? I have no idea. But
yeah. Do they go to jail for murder now?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
They should, though. Accomplice? Maybe.
Yeah, but can you if they've already charged somebody else with the crime? I don't know how that works. I don't know anything about this.
I don't know how that works. I think Trump
said along the lines that they asked him not to say anything, right?
Right. So that's where I was going at. That's where I was leading toward. Joe asks him, like, well, why can't you say nothing? He's like, some people are still alive, and there's other implications and for people, but also there are other people that are smarter than me that asked me not to. Just straight up said, please don't do it. You know? And, like, that's probably the pressure that every president's under. Like, hey, don't do this. You know? I mean, the only thing I can say about...
I didn't even see that.
The only thing I'm going to say about World War III is I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's not that anybody wants. I hope nobody wants it to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that hopefully we're going to do everything we can to stay out of it. I mean, that's the hope. You know? The hope is that it gets turned down. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants war.
Yes, war is not good.
No, I mean, I can't say that nobody wants it. Clearly, somebody wants it.
Well, somebody wants it, but they make weapons and they're gonna make money from it. But other than that, nobody wants war, I would assume. The thing about Trump is, like, when he was president last time, we weren't at war with really anybody. I mean, he did drop a pretty big bomb, but nothing really came of that. So I'm hoping he can do what he said. It's more of a business talking, and we can iron things out like that. That's what I hope for.
Yeah, I just want everything to end peacefully. I don't care how it ends. I don't want to. I want everyone here to be safe, and I don't think that everyone here is safe if we're worried about other things. I don't know. It's a scary time that we're in, and I just want... I know that's so cliche, but to say, like, just peace, you know, peacefulness, is that even possible? It's not possible. There's always something going on, man, somewhere.
There's always greed somewhere. Greed, like, or something.
All I know is that I want to see what's going on in that file, and what's going to be really interesting to me, what's going to be really interesting, right, is I want to know how involved Oswald was, right? How involved Jack Ruby was involved, right? That guy that we listened to that said he was the shooter on the grassy knoll, he said that he didn't know Oswald was going to be the shooter, if he was at all. That this other guy who's still alive is the one who killed the cop, not Oswald. There was just like, it'll be really cool.
This guy that was,
It'll be really cool to see if any of it's true, I guess.
I'm intrigued to match up the truth to every conspiracy and see if anybody actually nailed it, or was how close people were to trying to figure this out for so long. Because it's it's been so long, and it's obviously heavily controversial, because we were at a point where we had enough information where we could assume that didn't come, like, what they were saying didn't make sense. Right? It's not like it was, it's like since cameras came out and DNA becomes a thing, like a lot of things are like a lot more straightforward, right? It's not like you could hide so much. But for the time, like, there wasn't any of this, but it was blatantly, like, didn't make sense. So now we can, like, confirm it from the files and see, like...
Yeah, well, I mean, the
who
fact
took the evidence given and, like, was able to formulate a theory of what actually happened. Like, I wonder if anybody was spot on.
They say that this bullet went through 2 people, but the bullet itself was in pristine condition. I'd love to know. I wonder how in detail it is really what I'm curious the most about. Like, how much detail is actually going to be there? You know, like is it going to be an open and shut thing? It couldn't possibly be.
It could just be like, this person shot him and we blamed this person, so have a nice day. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It could just be, I have no real details to it.
Dumb. Oh my god.
It would be terrible.
It would suck, yeah.
Yeah, alright, well, moving right along, because I don't want to stay on that topic too long. I was watching some things today. So lately I've been doing DoorDash, and...
Oh, you were saying, how's that going?
It's going all right, man. I made like $70 today in like 3-4 hours. It wasn't too bad.
I was saying, you're figuring out, like, the order, like, how to...
Yeah, I mean...
Last time we were actually talking about trying to, like, compile the calls to make it more lucrative, right?
Yeah, there's weird shit that happens, though, that I don't really care for. Like, today, I was right next to the place that the orders were coming from, and it was like a Subway order and then a Latin restaurant order, and they were right next door, and then both houses that I needed to bring them to were like next door to each other, and it was only a mile down the road. But they gave me $3.50 for doing both of those orders at the same time, and I was fucking tight, bro. I was on fire, and I hit up Dash support like, yo, what the hell is this? Like $3.50 for 2 orders? They were like, yeah, it's about distance and wait time. I'm like, okay, well, I had to wait like 10 minutes at the restaurant. Like, that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, this is a lunch rush. $3? Anyway, yeah, that was some bullshit. So, what?
Now that happened to me too. Like when it's like really next to each other, it happens. And then the worst part when people don't tip.
Yeah,
I don't know how it is in your area, but people don't fucking tip at all, and I hate that shit, bro.
Neither of those people tipped. 0. They tipped 0, and DoorDash only gave me like $1.75 for each delivery. It was crazy.
I can't. Fuck, that shit irks me.
But check it out. Ready?
I don't work in that field, but like that really bothers me. Go ahead, go.
Check it out. So before I leave, this has been my routine. I've been streaming for like 2 hours in the morning from like 8:30 until 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then I run out and I go do DoorDash for a few hours, come home, pick up the baby, spend time with the baby until she goes to bed, And then usually lately I've been falling asleep right after that, personally. But yeah. So fucking. I used to put a cute sticker, have a blessed day. Always got tips after. Oh, that might work. Yeah, they add the tip after. Do something nice to the bag. I might go get stickers.
Okay.
I might go do that.
That's smart.
I try to smile at everybody and be cool. I hate when they do the leave at the door thing because those are the non-tippers a lot of time, right? Like just they don't have to look at you or nothing. Just leave it at my door, right? You just fucking.
So I'm gonna leave it at my door guy, but I'm a tip guy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it at my door guy because I don't have so I have a Ring doorbell, but I shut it off on every device so I don't know when the doorbell rings.
I should try Uber Eats. I'm doing the DoorDash right now. So I'm getting off track, right? So before I leave, I grab the iPad and I download a bunch of shit off YouTube that I can listen to while, you know what I'm saying? Like podcasts or true crime or something, right? Anything that I can listen to. So I downloaded this thing today about it. The title was When a Wife Figures Out Her Husband is a Predator. And I was like, oh shit, that's a hell of a title, right? Like, what the fuck could this be about? Right, so I take a peek at it. Let me get the names first. Yeah, so
you said you downloaded on YouTube?
Riley Carter was his name. His name was Riley Carter. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I still have stuff I want to look up because I'm not aware of what some of these charges were. So this guy's name is Riley Carter, and apparently he married...
The guy that does the podcast?
Does he do a podcast? Who's that? What do you mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. You're saying you were listening. Like, Riley Carter is the person in the story or the person that did whatever you were listening? Okay.
So the channel that I saw this on is a channel that I've been following for many years called Explore With Us. And it's basically body cam footage, interrogation footage. So they're doing FOIA requests, they're paying for the footage, and then they're doing journalism as a voiceover. Like there's no picture of them. They're just talking over a video. Like they take some of their TikToks, they take some pictures of the actual code, right? It's a very well put together channel. Anyhow, this guy Riley Carter was on like the city council. He was like a city council member. He was on TikTok like talking about his community to the community, saying things about how the sex registry puts pedophiles released from jail into a hotel that's right next to schools, right? Like just playing up that he's this really good guy, works on city council, married a woman with 4 kids. This guy's 39 years old, and apparently there was an 11-year-old stepdaughter that he was charged with. All right, so it was first degree, RA, PE, the hardcore shit. So he was there was a conflict of interest because he was a part of the city council. So they had to have the
neighboring town
arrest him, right? So I don't know what state this was in, but I want to look up what that is. First degree. I want to know what that is. I feel like that's forceful.
Has to be if it's first degree.
Right?
But which one?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me either. I'm clueless with this one.
Yeah, it's up to 30 years. But I just don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, what has to happen. Anyway, this fucking sick bastard does this shit. And I don't know what he goes to jail for, if he even goes to jail for a long time or what. But man, dude, I was totally fucking taken back listening. Now that I have a daughter, I have such a visceral feeling in my belly when I think about like young children or any child being hurt. It bothered me before. It bothers me even more now. Like, it is blood curdling thinking about kids that have no control, they have no ability to protect themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're so young. They
really don't. They also trust very easily because they haven't been let down. So it's not hard to like gain a younger person. It's a lot easier to gain a younger person's trust than an older person, right? Like every year you have on Earth, you have more wisdom and you just question things more.
Yeah, because things happen that educate you and make
kids
you.
Can be you learn, right? You learn from experience. So you get lied to enough times, you start to learn when people are lying to you.
I don't even know what else to say about this. These people are all over YouTube. You know what I mean? Like this is such.
I don't.
Dude, it's such a frequent thing. It's so frequent. Like this woman married this man, obviously thinking he was a good dude, right? He worked at city council. He was on the city council. Nothing in his past would have said something like this. I mean, how fucking awful do you feel as a parent knowing that you put your child in that situation by force or threats of force? Yeah.
It sucks, but it's also like like being a parent like who hasn't been in that situation. It's easy for me to say, well, it's not your fault, like you didn't know, but like after it happens, like I don't know how you deal with it.
Right. How does it happen after it happens?
Okay.
But the thing is that I feel like I would be blaming myself. Like, you know what I think about right now? Daycare. And what's going on there. You know? Like, my daughter loves daycare, doesn't even want to leave a lot of times when I go to pick her up. So, like, I know she's okay. If she was having a hard time there, she wouldn't want to be there. You know? She'd be putting up a fight. But it doesn't mean that I still don't worry, you know? You still don't go to dark places in your head. Matt the Hitter, thank you for being here. Thank you for the first time chat. FS Dirty South, thanks for being here, man. So, yeah, I don't know how to, like, get this shit off of my YouTube, bro, but I can't help but watch it when I see it. My friend teaches her son about the medical terms of the private areas and asks him every time if anyone asks to touch him there or touched him here. Touched him there to teach him early. Yeah, my mother did the same thing. Told us the legitimate terms, vagina and penis instead of saying something else. So that way it was very clear what we were talking about. There was no mistaking it. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's a smart thing to do. I'll tell you what.
At what age?
As soon as you can talk. As soon as you can talk.
Really?
Yeah, you want to be teaching right away, and you don't want to teach them PP or gina or anything like that. You want to say the legit words and get them comfortable with saying it. You don't want them to think that it's a dirty word or anything like that. You want to teach them and be appropriate with it. At least that's how I grew up. That's what I grew up with. But there was a reason.
I don't do that with my kids either, but I never.
It's also because you didn't grow up with it.
Right? Yeah, it's just I didn't even think of it like that.
And also there might not have been sexual assault and that was close to you. And unfortunately, it's been close to me in my family.
It has been to me. So I don't want to talk about it because it's not something I want to put out there for. It's not my
it's not your business
to speak about. But It just like I'm literally thinking like I wonder if things would have been different had somebody like had we grown up that way as opposed to how we grew up. Like, it makes me wonder.
Yeah, you gotta
I don't
educate. Nobody should be touching you. You know, did anybody like if they're changing your diaper? Say they're old enough to have their diapers changed and they still speak, right? Did when you were getting your diaper changed, did they touch you for too long, right? You wanna get those things cleared up. But yeah, this Explore With Us channel is kind of crazy, man. Just a let me go to here. Let me show you the Explore With Us channel. So it's got almost 6 million subscribers. It's got 476 videos. This video here, look, you can see how many videos. Look, I've watched mad of their videos, bro. Just right, like everyone.
Tuck it in every time.
This right here, mom horrified after 12-year-old son's confession, right? This joint right here, bro, is crazy. 3 kids end up killing 2 people over pretty much nothing, and one of them is 12 gangbanging, shooting people for, you know, because they're robbing someone, which is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
12.
Look at all the different channels. Damn. Explore With Us, Crime Story Time, Crime Vault, History in Spanish and Portuguese, Crew Shorts, Rides, Body Cam. Lots of channels. Morbid Curiosity. Anyhow. This one I watched today as well. This one was fucking brutal. This woman drowned her dog and got arrested because she drowned her dog, right? Her mom bailed her.
That's crazy.
Her mom bailed her out, right? Her mom bailed her out, and then she got home and killed her mother. Bro.
That's nuts.
Wait, what?
Yeah, did you not hear me?
It's karma,
Really?
but
You
it's
didn't hear me?
Okay, I get it. Okay.
You no. She drowned her dog, right? And fucking
Went to jail.
And then her mom bailed her out, and she killed her mom.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
That's fucking nuts.
People, man.
I wonder if this is it's got to be monetized, right? No, it's not. This shit's not monetized. You can't join
You're
it.
missing a lot of money just off of you.
You can't. You can't look at. You can't fucking join, right?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't watch YouTube like that.
You can't get AdSense. Cops went inside and found the dog. They didn't hear from the mom, and the husband looked in the window and saw the mom on the floor. Yeah, stabbed her a bunch of times. She was cold. When he went in there, and she was like, "You here to arrest me? I killed my mom." Like, just psycho, bro. Fucking on another planet.
Fucking wild.
Yo, you want to know what's even crazier? The fucking the fire alarm was beeping, beep, right? Because the battery was dying. Beep. That chirp.
Yep.
Every time it chirped, she was like, "Do you hear those voices?" That's what told me to kill my mom. She's like, "What?"
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine?
Oh.
Could you imagine if that's really what it was? Like, she had to change the fucking fire alarm beeping.
She would have just changed the fucking battery. Should have been like.
Yeah, that's crazy. Don't joke about it. You're trying to joke. That's not a joking matter, sir.
No, she would have just changed the battery. She would that's
She'd
what I'm
still be
saying.
alive.
Wouldn't have heard the sound, and then sound wouldn't have told her to kill her mom. No, but I would not. I wondered, like, if that didn't go off, would she have killed her mom?
Stupid killer teen and dad can't get their story straight. Why did Susan put a bullet in her neighbor? Suspect flips the bird at the cops after bashing mom's head in. Bumbling idiot.
I mean, they have
learns
good
cop
titles.
saw
I'll give them
everything.
that.
Cop
I know, right?
speechless.
So like
hearing-
catching makes you want to tune into the video.
Now, I mean, like hearing those titles, I see why you click on them.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. She was like,
Are these like local cases to her, or she just like looks it up? She does research on this?
I don't even know if it's a she.
Oh yeah, whatever day, I guess.
She presses her for more information.
You don't hear?
There it is.
I hear the beeping of
It's
the
a cell.
fire.
It's a toe.
What's it so?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not hearing closely, but I don't hear what you hear. Does it just continue?
No, it comes and goes. That's not smoke alarm, it's a voice making sound.
It's been doing that all day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say anything back?
No.
No?
I ignore it. It follows me though. Not when I'm outside.
Even when you're like, not when you're outside?
No. That's why I want to go outside. I want to stop hearing that voice.
A short while later, as officers escort Sarah outside.
So she's literally like, no, it doesn't come outside with me. Like the fire, like that. I don't know how else anybody else would take that. Like, how else can you take that besides the fire alarm made me do it?
That's pretty fucking nuts.
Right? So I just want to show you this dad real quick because, like, fuck this guy. This fucking guy, look.
Community.
Because make pedophiles afraid again. I love it. Because a 11-year-old girl talking about things that were done to her that shouldn't have been done. Developing, in certain areas. And so one thing I want to note on is how close sex offenders live to schools around here. Oh God, I'm just a rotten sack of shit. I'm so sorry.
In Aberdeen, Washington, a city councilman known for his tough-on-crime stance and commitment to ridding the streets of dangerous criminals shocks the public when he's accused of committing an unthinkable and heinous crime.
So Riley, is there truth to what thing?
The following footage has never been seen before.
So this is the.
Please note that this report is based on police records, and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. 39-year-old Riley Carter began his campaign for city council in early 2023, promising an aggressive approach to cleaning up the city of Aberdeen. In January of 2024, he began serving as an elected official. However, on July 30th, 2024,
that's what I'm saying.
a jaw-dropping accusation by his stepdaughter sends police on a search to arrest him, sending shockwaves through the community.
So this guy was on city council.
Just you're aware of everything we have is audio video recorded. We got with these fancy body cameras now.
That's a serious
After police locate him walking
thing,
alone
man.
down a residential street,
Yeah, I mean, it gives
he's
you
led
a
in
lot of
handcuffs
access to a
into a
lot of
small interrogation
things.
room by a detective who's determined to find out if there's any truth to the horrifying claims. Shockingly, it was his own wife, Maya, who initially confronted him about the disturbing truth his stepdaughter revealed.
I started freaking out on him, like, how could you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Kind of a thing. And he was just really calm and said, no, I didn't do this. And I hung up, and then he just took off. I guess he just left.
I'll tell you what,
Does
props
he
to
say
the
anything
mother.
to you about it?
Props to the mother for pushing it. You know what I mean? Because he was trying to bamboozle her by staying calm and saying, I don't know. This is not right. This is not right.
Yeah,
Something's wrong. Like, rather than get super defensive, I feel like I'm getting super defensive regardless. You say some crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's no shot.
Well,
bro.
that's if you didn't do it. If you did do it, then
There's
who
no
knows?
chance to ever do something like that. But my point is that I don't think that I'd even be able to stay calm, even if I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's not something you can be calm about, in my opinion.
Oh, if I didn't do it, there's no way I'm staying calm. But if you're the type of person that could bring yourself to do something like that, I feel like you've got to be a pretty good liar.
Right.
Right,
but that's
we're
what I'm
not
saying.
talking about you mistakenly doing something like this and being you reacting. You're talking about a version of you that has the mental capacity to do something like this. You don't know. I don't know how I would react. I couldn't even imagine putting myself in that situation.
But that's what I'm saying. He's trying to manipulate the situation by like not getting defensive.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like
calm. Like, wait a minute, something must have happened. Here, let's listen to what she says again.
Him about the disturbing truth his stepdaughter revealed.
I started freaking out on him, like, how could you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Kind of a thing. And he was just really calm and said, no, I didn't do this. And I hung up, and then he just took off. I guess he just left.
Did he say anything to you about it?
He just said that he didn't do it. He swears up and down he didn't do it.
Due to his status as a city councilman, the Aberdeen Police Department requested the investigation to be handled by the Grays Harbor Sheriff's Office in an effort to avoid a conflict of interest. After reading his Miranda rights, the interrogation begins, but Riley has yet to realize the source of the allegations. Riley explains he had a typical morning, but everything changed when Maya arrived home.
And then I heard the front door open and shut. And so I come out, and I have this, and she has my hand, and then she's walking out the door, and I asked, well, what's going on?
When Maya left with no response, he called her cell phone for an explanation. She accused him of committing an unthinkable act and hung up the phone. However, as Maya explains,
really
their conversation...
Whose phone is that? And it looks like it maybe had a case on it. Is that why? Look at what the fuck is that?
Oh.
That phone is fucking nasty.
That's crusty as hell.
Continued over Facebook Messenger. When she realized she had no tangible evidence of his crimes, she decided to take a risk.
And I bluffed and said, I have you on camera, just seeing if that would incite anything out of him, and he just stopped responding to me at that point.
As Riley explains, Maya's anger over the situation was visceral, and he was left with a chilling command.
I go down to the basement, and she told me, so I did set up the rope. I thought about it. I really did. Because I'm done, man. I'm done. I am just done. I'm maxed out. I am maxed out. Everything that we have gone through in life, everything, and now this. And it doesn't matter because being on city council, everybody knows now, that's over now. And we were right there, man. Everybody was amped up. We were going to change some things in Aberdeen, and now that's gone.
So he hasn't admitted it yet.
June 24th, just
at this point in time, he's still trying to say that just the allegations alone are going to destroy his reputation and fuck up city council position.
1 month prior, Riley posted a video to his Facebook page in an attempt to shed a light on criminal activity in his neighborhood. These videos will have an eerie relevance later when the exact allegations are revealed.
Buddy, how are you? We're out driving around, got the babies to sleep. It's just one of those days, I guess. Anyways, I thought it'd be a good idea, maybe take you guys along with me, and we'll go drive around downtown. And we'll just go look at things, and maybe I can talk about things, you know, that I'd like to see different, or things to be improved on, or whatever it may be. But just gonna keep it fun, keep it relaxed, and be myself. All right, here we go. So one thing I want to note on is how close sex offenders live to schools around here, how close they are to bus stops, how easy it is for them to just have instant access to anyone or anybody's kids here, you know, in each of these neighborhoods. Sorry, I had to hit my brakes there because looked like a tweaker came shooting out of the alley and almost got in front of my car. Which is something, you know, that really needs to be addressed, okay? All right, so I know one place...
I mean, he's not getting as much engagement as I would have thought. Right? I think there was like 20 people.
A lot of people want to see.
20 likes, 27 comments, 1.1k views. It's really not that much engagement on his Facebook post for like being a city councilman.
Is
I don't know what the size of the town is though.
I will state, however, I have my baby girls with me, So I'm not going to take them down there just because people know who I am around here. And the last thing I would want is a rock to fly through my window and hit one of my daughters, because the way this state works, I could see me going to prison because somebody hit my daughter with a rock and I beat that person to death. I mean, that's just, come on. Wouldn't you do that for your own kids?
Despite his apparent determination to do whatever it takes to protect his children, as it turns out, Riley's shocking secret was revealed by his own 11-year-old stepdaughter, whose name has been redacted from the interview to protect her identity.
So, statements.
Yeah. So that's what this was. That's what this guy fucking did, and I want to see when he admits it. I want to see if it changes.
And so that's a line that needs to be respected, and that's not me to try to take that place.
Seems like a
stay available.
Seems like a narcissist already.
In what sense? Like, how do you see that?
Like he's just like he's like thinks he can get away with this. Like, I don't know, just the way there was that clip before where he was saying like he's sorry he messed up or whatever, but like I didn't feel like you'll see if you find it and if we watch it, you'll see it. Like he did not feel like and there was no remorse in what he said. Oh, I really messed up, kid.
The best I could do.
Okay. What, like, how close would you guys be as far as being, or you guys?
I always thought
or?
we were like close, not like super close, just like I'd say she felt comfortable to always like throw fits in front of me, ask for like things for birthday or Christmas, or complain, or tell me about her favorite color or food or something.
Mm-hmm. What kind of activities would you
just
do
like
together?
just the way he's talking now, right? I don't know the details, but I know it was first degree, right? So that means it was forceful and possibly with a weapon,
right? And
so he knows he was wrong. Like he's straight up lying, knowing how severe this is. Like,
right?
That's very narcissistic to me. It's he feels so confident that he could just do what he wants to do.
So you want to know something else too, which kind of confused me, is that I think he tries to sum up that everything that happened was just like a touch, like accidental touch or something. I think. Maybe not accidental.
Oh, I would say much aside from watching TV. Yeah, that's
this guy is 39 years old, so he's like our age.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a year older than me.
Do you guys have two other kids between you?
Yes, we have two, and then our son that passed away.
Okay.
So
we have,
he has 2 daughters of his own with her? I didn't catch that.
And do you feel like you have a similar relationship with all 3 kids? Or do
That's
you
what
feel
I
like
thought.
You're closer with your 2 biological kids?
No, he has 2 biological kids.
It's a different kind of relationship, I'd say, with my stepkids.
Riley's videos reveal a pattern in which he often describes a willingness to do anything to protect his children from local crime. However, the harrowing words of his stepdaughter may suggest that the dangers were much closer to home than anyone realized.
Oh, God, I'm just a rotten sack of shit. The 2 daughters. You never know love until you have a kid, you know what?
Man, it's the first thing he said, that's true.
You never know pain until you hold your own dead kid. That really messes you up, too.
Yet it was the bone-chilling note written by the 11-year-old girl that truly left her therapist in shock and her mother, Maya, enraged.
So she wrote it down, and what she wrote was, "He touches me and makes me uncomfortable."
Oh, no. Okay.
In April 2024, just 4 months prior to his arrest, Riley began a crowdfunding campaign to launch a non-profit aimed at catching online predators and deterring them from engaging in harmful acts against children.
Wow.
Hey, what up, everybody? A little bit of story time. So I live in an incredibly liberal state, Washington, yeah. And every time I wear this hat out in public, people always give me those looks of, ooh, it's a MAGA hat. Ooh, it's so bad. He hates everyone. But then they read it.
Make pedophiles afraid again.
And usually they have a pretty good laugh, in support of it. Then again, you still do get those people that are offended by it, but, imagine that in a blue state. Ha! They have rights too. No, they don't. The victim does, but they shouldn't have any. So, pretty cool hat. Make pedophiles afraid again. I love it. So, yeah, people always mistake it for a MAGA hat, and it's just great.
No?
His video sound to
I mean, I think that's the sheer definition of a pathological. He's without a doubt a pathological liar to the most extreme. Narcissism, what is the actual definition for narcissism, actually?
I don't know. I think it's like...
Narcissist.
Yeah, I think pathological liar probably sounds more reasonable.
A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Right, so that's what I was thinking. They think the world revolves around them. So maybe he's narcissistic, but I feel like pathological. A pathological liar is someone who lies compulsively and habitually, often without any clear motive or benefit. Pathological liars may tell grandiose or unbelievable lies that stretch or exceed the limits of believability. Pathological lying is not well understood, but it may be related to psychological or personality disorders. Pathological liars are usually considered manipulative, selfish, and cunning. So I would say he's definitely selfish and cunning and manipulative for sure, because he's trying to come across like a good guy, like he's trying to come across like he's against all of these things. And in reality, he's running his fucking, some kind of sick, demented
It's almost like he was like trying to set up a
thing to make sure he doesn't get caught, right?
Why would I do that? Look at what I've been doing for so long, but he just got caught too early.
That might be true.
That's what he was like. That's what it seems like is going on.
Expressed that he would go to any lengths to ensure their safety, becoming a vocal advocate for devoted fathers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Want to make a quick message for you on this Father's Day, right? So here's the deal. A lot of women out there are doing the whole, I'm more of a man than my man, so them dudes, they don't need no appreciation with this us,
What is up with this dude?
Just stop it. Here's why, okay? You think that it's an empowering moment, but the problem is, you're trying to take something away from a lot of really, really good dudes out there that are actually really good to their kids, right? And there are actually a lot of really hardworking, awesome single moms out there, right? That they pull both roles, and they do deserve that recognition. So if you're not feeling validated...
I had an interview with just a little while ago and watched her basically relive it again when she was having to describe what was happening. I don't know how 11-year-old girl was strong as is, but she was very descriptive of what was happening. And like I said, we're not here to cast judgment. We're not here to label people, and understand.
I'm trying to look at his body language.
There's things that happen in our lives that cause us to make mistakes.
He's not moving. He's
11-year-old girl talking about things that were done to her that shouldn't have been done. She was talking about being told to keep it a secret and not tell anybody. And she was talking today about how she couldn't keep it inside no more and she had to tell somebody.
Oh, that poor
So Riley, is there truth to what you're saying?
Many of Riley's videos even expose the potential dangers lurking on their residential street, captured on their home surveillance system. However, it's a different set of security cameras that may hold the key to unearthing the truth of the unsettling.
Right, so apparently there was two other boys in the house, and they're autistic. So they have cameras all throughout the house because they want to be able to monitor the boys if they're not in the room with them. So that's why she was able to say, I saw you on video. I guess he was accused of pulling the monitor out and unplugging them when he would go into her room. But I feel like they're not
allegations
about
against
what happened.
Riley.
Riley, can you tell me more about the cameras? Like I was trying to understand what the camera situation was. I kept hearing about cameras. So what are they for?
Them in every room, like the kids' rooms. And then she's got them throughout the house. And we put them on the outside of the house for security reasons. And the main reason for it is just one of the stepkids is autistic, and he'll have like meltdowns or whatever maybe, and then that way she can keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm. So, and when they're in the house, like, are they friends or is that just?
According to Maya, however, an alarming discrepancy was uncovered when she reviewed the footage.
My daughter told me that he was unplugging all of our cameras that led to her room. I went and I checked the cameras on my phone. In the time frames that she told me he's been unplugging the cameras, there are no footage. And I've noticed that they've been unplugged or whatever. I thought it was her. The plug to that camera is at the very top, like almost touching the ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's not something that she can reach unless she pushes her chair up there, which would be caught on camera if she did that. It looked like this is 7:30 is when the earliest recording is this morning.
That's unusual.
Mm-hmm. And then I went back and checked all the cameras that are upstairs that face her door, and every single one of them is most days it's after 7:30 a.m. is when they all start recording.
Then every other camera's on around the house?
Yes.
They're not off, only the ones leading to her room and in her room?
This dude is a fucking scumbag.
When we're off?
I think I'm like you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he knew what he was doing.
Having a daughter now, it triggers me, man. Fucking triggers me just seeing this type of shit. This fucking
Childs claims
crazy,
the detectives must work to get a confession from Riley himself.
Sick.
The officer urges him to admit to the horrifying act, telling him their only goal is to get to the bottom of the truth. However, Riley hesitates as he grapples with what to do next.
Yes, be a goddamn man, Riley. Be a
oh my
man
God.
For once in your miserable existence. No turning back. We're already at this point. We're here. I don't want to say it like that. There are things.
Dude has fucking lost it.
I do.
As the interrogation continues, the investigator urges Riley to confess. However, getting a straight answer from him will be no easy task.
When you woke up today, this was the last place you'd expect to be. But it's what we do moving forward from here is what's going to affect a lot of lives. And there, like I said, there's ways to get through this. There's programs that can be offered through the court. There's things that can be offered that help you deal with the demons and all the things that you've been dealing with, the stress. There's ways to get through what happened and to help everybody move on from it. But it starts right here by being truthful, and it starts right now. It's saying
I don't think he's honest. I don't think
because I believe what he said.
It's really hard to, accept things for what they are.
I gotta give these officers some credit too, real quick, because I would have probably punched this man in the face by now.
You gotta make him feel like you're his best friend in there. So,
100% right.
Well, the thing is that for somebody who's not educated on how the cops work, they are trying to get you to make their job easy for them, right? They want you to tell them what happened, regardless of the situation. In any situation, even if you robbed a house, they're going to interrogate you. And
it's just less work for them to do.
Right. It's a lot less work if you're just like, hey, this is what happened, right? Either way, in a case like this, they're going to have to take DNA and, do all that stuff. So regardless of any story, if there's DNA, that's gonna match and it's gonna put a wrap on it. But yeah, getting the confession just makes it way more likely to stick.
Recover from.
Certain things you can
I
recover
want to
from.
tell you guys.
I wanted to tell you
I
guys
do.
to do. I'm trying.
I'm trying. I got all night, Riley.
I got all night.
Yeah. You guys got families. And she talked about how her camera gets unplugged before you come in the room, and she just pretends to sleep. But she said that it wouldn't matter if she was sleeping or awake. It would happen anyway. And so right now we're collecting, she's up at the hospital and collecting DNA samples. And this is an opportunity where
so that 11-year-old girl's having to go through a kit.
To explain what happened and if a mistake was made, and it's time to be truthful and take ownership of the mistake and not let it catch up to you.
Cops are
down the road.
The cops are calling it a mistake. They're being very gentle with him. They're trying not to offend him. They're trying to we understand, and because of that,
like it's not going to be that. It's not that bad. You can come back from this.
Right. And then as soon as he says it, fuck you.
It's like, all right, yeah, fuck you.
Book them. Proven by DNA, because we get touch DNA off of things all the time. There's the sweat glands in your fingers contain DNA. I did go out to her room this morning. I didn't touch her. I did not touch her. I went up there. I don't remember, see if she wanted some nuggets or something. So I made some nuggets for the younger ones. If you didn't touch her this morning, what would cause you to say that happened? I don't know. And what would cause her to say that this wasn't the only time that it happened, it's happened lots of times? I don't know.
The disturbing admission finally unveils the truth, though nothing prepares the detectives for the sick and twisted reasoning he'll later give.
About how many times did this happen?
5 times.
5 times. But how many times did what happen? He doesn't say anything.
Forgive.
I'm saying, right?
About how many times did this happen?
We didn't miss anything, right?
Just that. I have ADHD pretty severe, so I get that in my mind, thinking of the house, bills.
I think if he said it,
they'd be over. Now that's all separated, and I have to accept that. I mean, I was going to start my new job tomorrow. And I left with a piece of car. Could never get the SUV fixed. Needs a new engine. Now I gotta worry about her. How's she gonna make it? How's she gonna do things?
What the fuck is he talking about?
He's saying that he's worried about how his girl's gonna fucking make it through what she's gotta deal with.
In an exclusive interview obtained only by Iwu, Maya will soon speak out, offering her advice for parents of young children. In the meantime, before facing the inevitable consequences, investigators appear determined to find an answer to a crucial question.
The why is the number one question why everybody wants to know.
So they don't actually say what it is.
Certain things as excuses, but that's what's going on. There's so much just on my shoulders at all times, just chewing in my ear constantly. It sucks. It really, really, really sucks. Like I said, it's not even a sexual thing. I don't feel attracted. It's just this weird impulse. I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird. God, this is just a weird conversation. Developing, in certain areas, and what's wrong with me?
With Riley's confession, along with an unsettling answer to the question of why he would have committed such a depraved act, his arrest is imminent.
I don't know.
However, the investigator has one final heartbreaking question.
Let's see.
While in jail, Riley is swabbed for DNA, which will later be compared to the assault kit performed on the 11-year-old girl. His bail was set at $150,000. On August 2nd, 2024, a press release from the city of Aberdeen announced his resignation from his city council position.
All right, peeps. Have a good one. Talk to you on the next one.
Stop, fam.
Jeez.
Alright, guys. You have a good one. Catch you guys.